Hey guys, wanted to come on here and do a makeup look. So I went ahead and just blow dried my hair right now. It needed a little bit of straightening. So this is what it's looking like. A lot of the gray hair has already come down, and you can see down here there's some graying right there. This is what it looks like. So I just went ahead and used the blow dryer to straighten it. I didn't want to burn it with the flat iron, so that is as good as I could get it. It was a little bit nicer right now, but it kind of just settled. Still a little bit puffy, but I'll try to do a little bit more towards the end of the video. Hopefully I remember. Anyway, I went ahead and took out all my makeup. I have everything. I kind of shifted some things here in my vanity area. So I went ahead and put some pictures in the back so you guys had something to look at because it was kind of a plain wall. So I went ahead and put all my paintings that my hubby made me. So I went ahead and put those. I have another drawing of Aladdin in the other room, but it's not a canvas. So I went ahead and took it off from this wall. And this is where I just have this picture. So I might hang up this picture, take it out of here, so it gives me more room here on the counter. And put it over here. And over here it's super plain. But oh well, ni modo. I wanted to go ahead and move some things around. So anyway, hopefully it gives you something to look at in the background. Okay, so I'm just kind of chilling. I went ahead and just put on my daughter was getting rid of this shirt. It's a Nirvana shirt. And I just went ahead and put on some leggings because I was doing some stretching earlier. I am doing a little bit of yoga, guys. Okay, so I'm trying to do some stretching. I just started praying and asking the Lord to help me get rid of a lot of the inflammation that I had going on in my body. And so I kind of just got led to that. And honestly, it's really, really great. I went ahead and shared it. Hopefully you guys enjoy those videos. I went ahead and shared them also in some other groups that I take care of. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and use this Maybelline Fit Me foundation. It's in the color 122. I do have the 120, and honestly, I feel like I'm getting a little bit lighter, and so I might just mix the 120 and the 122. I'm just going to go ahead and put some in the back of my hand. I don't want to put too much foundation on. I just wanted to put a little bit, so I'm going to see if I can get the 120. What did I do with the 120? Okay, so this is the 120. So I'm just going to go ahead and mix those two. Well, not mix them, but I'll put some here of the 120. You can see the difference in color. I'm going to put very little of that. Might need to start carrying the 120 with me. Okay, so it looks like that. So you can see this is the 120. It's a little bit lighter, and that's the 122. So I'm going to go ahead and at the very tip with the sponge, I like to use sponges so I don't use my hands. Although the hands do help the foundation melt really nicely into the skin, but I like to use a sponge. I just feel like it's a little bit more clean. And okay, so I'm going to do the 122. So that was the 120 here on the highlight points. Then I'm going to go ahead and do the 122 on the outer part of the face. Okay, now I'm just going to go ahead and start blending everything. I've been doing this new diet I know what works, guys, but honestly, sometimes you just kind of forget about eating healthier. And also, obviously, financially, sometimes it's a little bit, you think that it's a little bit more expensive. Depends where you shop, obviously, and if you're buying organic and things like that. Like I know I used to buy everything organic before, and so I would get a little bit worried about eating healthier because everything was just so expensive. But right now that we're a little bit better, we've been able to switch over our diet. I've been trying to switch it, and I feel so much better. I've been eating a lot of fruits, eggs, and more vegetables, and I'm just feeling so much better. I've been able to do my stretching, and I just have been feeling so much better. I'm taking my supplements. I'm mentally also helping myself by watching positive things and, learning to take a break from all the responsibilities and being able to learn to take care of myself. And I just feel so much better. And I've only been doing it for I want to say 2 weeks so far. But I'm feeling better each day, especially with the stretching. The stretching has been helping me. I just felt so much tension before. And at the beginning, I'm not going to lie, the first day it was so hard. It was so hard for me to do those stretches. And I really wanted to cry because I was like, wow, I can't believe I'm holding on to so much. I couldn't relax. I couldn't just, So, yeah, relaxing is a really hard thing for me lately. And I just had so much that I guess I've been having to release. I think the Lord wanted me to understand that I needed to take care of me. And so that's what I've been trying to do. And honestly, I'm feeling better. I feel like my clothes is fitting better. Like I said, this shirt was my daughter's, and she was obviously fit her loose. But on me, it's starting to fit a little bit more loose. And I'm super excited because I feel like a lot of the inflammation is calming down. I do notice that if I sit for a long period of time, let's say I'm working or whatever, I hardly ever sit at my desk anymore. It's very, very, I'm going to put a little bit more under the eye of the 120. If I sit at my desk for too long, for more than 3 hours, I feel it, and I'm super swollen. And so I have to be careful with that. I have to try to get up a little bit more. I have to remind myself to get up a little bit more. I have a sit to stand desk, but it's when you're doing what I do bookkeeping and I do website design and stuff. The only way I can think and find that extra penny or that extra, transaction is I have to sit down. I've tried to do it standing up, and I just can't seem to concentrate properly if I do that. And so I need to sit down. And I used to work before in billing, and I've always had office jobs and stuff like that. And I wasn't having that issue, but I don't know if this came about after having a hysterectomy or just after all the injuries and taking care of my dad and the grief and everything. I guess all that inflammation comes from stress and from, I don't know, because I didn't have that problem before. I wouldn't get as swollen. I don't know if it's age or hormones or just, I want to say it's stress. Because this doctor that I've been trying to watch and listen to, he says that a lot of these things come from inflammation. And I know that. I know a lot of things like illnesses and stuff come from a lot of stress and inflammation, especially if you're not eating well and taking care of yourself or walking on a daily basis. Definitely grief has a lot to do with it because you just want to be sitting in bed and crying and all that stuff. But I have learned to move more and stretch and try to release. And so that's really, really good. So anyway, that's what I've been working on. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and use this bronzer now. This is a palette that a friend from church gave me, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. I'm going to go ahead and go with, I normally never contour anymore, but today I kind of want to. So I think I'm going to go with this one right here, this one. So I'm going to do something a little bit more, I don't know, just a little bit different. I want to do what I used to do before. So I'm going to go ahead and just contour. And you can see how it slims down the face really nicely. And then I'm going to do this side like that. And I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit up here, even though I like to bronze up here, but I'm going to do very little on the edges here. And then I'm going to go in with this bronzer right here. Normally I like to use the MAC one, but that one is in my truck. I don't have it with me, so I'm going to go ahead and use this one. So it has a little bit of a, like, it's not like a matte, so it has a little bit of a sheen to it. So I'm going to go ahead and just put that one above the other one. I'm going to put some down here. And then I'm going to put some up here where I normally bronze. And I always like to keep like the triangle, just like triangle shape up here. That's what I like to do. So I think bronzing just really, really helps me because of my gray hair. If not, I look like super washed out. So the bronzing definitely helps me. So, okay, so you can see that my face looks slimmer. I also noticed that with eating better and everything, I feel like a lot of the swelling has gone down, so you can see a lot more of my shape. It's not as round. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I should be putting on the blush. So let me see. Let me see if I can get a different blush. I have a cream one, and I do like to use the cream one, but I want to use my other products because I'm always using the same products. So I'm going to go ahead and take out something else here. I have an e.l.f. I don't even know if they make this thing anymore, guys. It's so old. But I'm going to go ahead and do these two. I'm going to go ahead and mix this pink one with this orange. And then just apply right here. Just like above where we put the bronzer. And I like to carry it up. And I always like to put some here. So like that. I'll give you a different like lighting in a little while when I'm done with my makeup so you guys can see the colors a little bit better. I'm going to put my hair back because I feel like it's hot in here. I'm in my bathroom, and so. Okay, so I'm going to just put my hair back for a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and highlight with this. I think I have like a brush right here. I have this brush right here. Just going to go ahead and use this. You could do it with your hand, obviously with your finger. But I had it there, so I'm doing a video.
You're doing a video? What is going on in there?
I know, right? Right? You're so embarrassing. My kid is being crazy. Anyway. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put some highlight. They're not used to me doing any videos anymore, and honestly it's like, I know, it's a little bit, I stopped doing them. I kind of got a little bit sad over, you know, over something that happened, and I was like, you know what do I even do these videos for? But I'm trying to let other people make their decisions and not care, and so I'm trying to make myself happy. And so this is what makes me happy, and I'm going to continue to do what makes me happy. So I decided that I'm going to do a little bit more makeup videos and try to be back more on camera. I know I say that all the time, but social media can honestly really twist your brain and make you feel a certain way and not want to do it anymore. But I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to, think about myself more and do what makes me happy. And so that's why I'm here, guys. I'm trying to do what makes me happy. This is not always for other people. This is for me. And what brings me joy and what makes me happy. So now I'm going to go ahead and do my brows. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fill in my brows, and I'm going to do it with this one, which is the e.l.f. brow pencil. And this is in the color dark brown. And I know I used to have like black hair. I have all kinds of colors in my hair right now. I have obviously my natural hair is all coming through. So I have grays and I have browns, but at the bottom, I still have some black. But I'm trying to let my hair grow. So I'm not going to chop that off. I think that it looks really pretty. It's kind of like an ombre thing going on. Outside, when I step outside, you see all these different colors. So sometimes it can look a little crazy, but sometimes it looks really pretty. It looks like little tinsels in my hair and stuff. So I really like to see all the color in my hair. So you can see like I have grays and my browns. And if you keep going down, a lot of my brown hair has come down already. So I have very little black at the end. So it kind of looks like an ombre. And people sometimes stop me and they're like, how beautiful my hair is now. But it was a bit of a mess for a while there. But now I'm actually happy, and I get quite a bit of compliments, and I'm happy I'm at that point. And so yeah, doesn't make me feel like I need to dye my hair anymore. Sometimes I think that if it gets too gray, I might add some brown to it. But I just love the freedom of not having to dye it. My daughter has been getting into dyeing her hair. She just started, and I was like, let's go slow. I don't want you to go, so crazy so quickly. So, because, I was in that stage, and I was really like, "Llora terca." My mom would tell me no, "Llora terca," and I wanted to dye my hair. And so I started like when I think I was like 15. And so I can understand my daughter wanting to experiment and stuff like that. So we did some red highlights in her hair, but they're the chunky kind. And I was a little worried there because I've never worked with foils, and I was kind of like, how am I going to do this, right? And it was a little bit hectic to do foils. I think I should have done like the cap. But at the same time, I was kind of like, no, I like it the way it turned out. So you just need to trust the process. You just gotta, trial and error, try and see what happens. And she loved it, and I loved it afterwards. But one box of dye was definitely not enough for her hair. She has a lot of hair, just like her mama. And so, yeah. Anyway, let me see. So yeah, a lot of the, what was I going to say? A lot of the things that I enjoy putting on my face now are like the bronzers and the brow pencil to bring some color back into my face because of the gray hairs. Like I've had to switch my makeup. Obviously when I had black hair, I could do anything I wanted. But now with gray hair, I have to be more selective with what I put on. So bronzer is definitely one that needs to be always around because I feel like I really, really need that extra color in my face to help just make everything look really pretty. And so I can't be without bronzer now. I just love bronzer. So that's what I've been enjoying lately. Blush also, obviously, but I think the bronzer for me is like more important. So yeah, you can see the brows definitely help and the bronzing helps. So the highlight and the blush are just extras. Okay, so I had this concealer that I bought at Miss A, and honestly, I really haven't been using it as much, but I still love it. I'm going to keep it here in my drawer just because I haven't been using it. I want to carry things that I'm not really using. I went ahead and took out, we're going to go ahead and move over to the palette that I chose. I went ahead and chose this one, which is the Too Faced palette. I love this palette. I love all their palettes. I think the eyeshadows are super beautiful. They blend really, really well. I just love them so much. So these are the colors in the palette. Looks like this. Okay. And I know they're quite bold. If you don't have a lot to do, well, it might be a little much for you, but I wanted to do something bold today. So I have this right here. We could have used a concealer to cancel out all the color, but it's fine. It'll be fine. I'm going to go ahead and use this one because there's not a lot of transition shades in here. So this is going to be the transition shade I use for almost the entire eye area. So the transition shade usually goes here, okay? It doesn't go on your lid. I mean, I guess everybody does their makeup different, but for me, this is how I do it. Okay, so I go ahead and apply it here between the lid area. So basically where like the crease is. I had forgotten how much you have to talk in these videos. So I should have brought some water with me, but. So we're just gonna apply it. You know what? I have some water on my desk. Give me a second. Let me drink some water. Okay. Sorry, I needed to drink some water. Okay, so we're already hitting pan with this video. That's really cool because I hardly ever finish my makeup, honestly. I'm trying to see if I could use it all up because I want to get new makeup. And I still have a lot to go through. I just got really excited there for a while, and hubby was buying me my makeup palettes and I was buying my makeup palettes, and so I got really excited, and now I had a bunch of makeup that just sits there because I don't use it as much as I should. I should be using it more, but I don't use it as much as I should. I use it more like when I go to church. I'll carry a few palettes with me, and then I do my makeup on Sundays. Throughout the week, I kind of just, chill. I don't really do my makeup, so. Okay, so I like to usually coordinate my makeup with what I'm wearing. And so I'm wearing black, and I'm wearing, obviously, some yellow. Sorry. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and go with the gold in the palette, just because, why not, right? I don't have yellow. So I'm going to go ahead and do gold. So we're going to go ahead and swatch that for you so you can see. It's super, super pretty. And I know you might think it might look weird, but the other day I did a gold look and looks pretty still against my grays. And hopefully you guys will like the makeup look. So I'm going to do gold. Look at how pretty that looks. I'm going to do gold, and we're going to apply it like this. I like to apply it with my finger because I feel like it gets more of the pigment. So that's what it looks like. Add some more over here to make it a little bit more intense. Like that. And that looks super pretty. Okay, just that looks super pretty. But we're going to add some more to this, okay? So, let's see. There's not a lot of mattes in the palette, so I'm going to have to go with the only one that's there, which is, let me show you. Hold on, let me find use this one right here. It's the gift I got at Christmas, this little pencil here. So they have this dark brown and this black. So I might use both, I'm not really sure, but I'm going to go ahead and see. So I'm going to go with this brown. And I don't have like a lot of brown going on, but brown just suits me, and I like brown eyeshadows. So we're going to go ahead and apply it here. And apply it on this side. And with that same color, we're going to go ahead and go down here. But I'm going to need another brush because if not, it's just going to go everywhere. So I'm going to take this one from e.l.f. And with the very tip of the brush, we're going to apply it down here. Like that. And then with this same e.l.f. brush, we're going to go ahead and go into the black eyeshadow, and just at the tip of the brush, I'm going to go ahead and apply it here. Just to darken it a little bit more. Like that. And adding no more to the brush, no more color to the brush. We're going to go ahead and bring it in a little bit more. Like that. Just go up a tiny bit more. Like go a little bit higher, but I'm not going to add any more color. I'm just kind of blending, so it doesn't look super harsh. That. Then I'm going to take this one, the one that we added the dark brown shade to, and I'm going to go up here and just kind of blend those two colors together. But I'm not adding any more color. Just kind of blending it so it doesn't look harsh. Okay, so I think that looks pretty. We're going to go ahead and add a little bit more of the gold because I don't want to lose it here. Like that. Okay. So I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it like that. I think I'm happy with that. Obviously, the lighting makes a lot of difference. I need better lighting. Hold on, guys. I need a fan in here because this stuff's super hot. Hopefully, it doesn't make too much noise for you in the video. Let me see. I have this little small fan that I got a long time ago. I'm going to put it right here so it can give me some air. It's so hot in here. Okay, that's good. It's giving me some air. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and take this sponge and just kind of clean up right here. And these little magnified mirrors are amazing. They help you see everything. I like to always use magnified mirrors when I'm doing my makeup because I like to see everything super close. Then I'm going to go ahead and take, I have two mascaras, but I usually use this one like on Sundays because it's like waterproof. I don't like to use it any other time because it's really hard to take off this one. But this is from Wet n Wild, but it's a really great mascara. If you need a good mascara that's like really waterproof, get this one from Wet n Wild. But I'm going to go ahead and use this one. This is also from Wet n Wild, but this one is easier to take off. This is not waterproof. This is the Mega Length. So I've been using this one lately. This is more of like a daily, and the other one's more like a Sunday. Only because sometimes it makes me cry at church, or I'm feeling the spirit, and yeah, I cry, and well, I need something that's waterproof that's not going to budge at all. So, look. I I could have done a smoky eye. Maybe this is a smoky eye. It's got a little gold to it, but it's quite dark. My husband's probably going to be like, yeso, that you did your makeup. He likes it when I do my makeup. Even if it's just to be at home, he likes to see a pretty face. He likes it when I wear eyeshadows. He calls me his muñequita. I'm like, well, it's expensive to be a muñequita because you got to have all these products. So, okay. And don't ever forget about doing your bottom lashes with this. This is a really good wand. It's small, and so it gets all the little hairs without getting you all dirty. And so this is a good mascara because of that. Okay, so there is that. I got those things out of the way. I'm going to see if I have an eyeliner. I don't have one in my bag that I carry with me all the time, but I am going to look over here at my stuff. See what I have. I have like a blue, probably be a little crazy with gold and brown, but it might give it a little bit of a pop. Or I could be a little bit more crazy and do this like aqua shade. It's like a teal shade. Why not? Let's do the teal shade. Okay. Well, I'm going to try to use, I need a mirror. Hold on, guys. Let me see. I'm going to try to see if I can do this with one. The only thing with the Wet n Wild, this is Wet n Wild. With the Wet n Wild, like jumbo pencils, like you have to be very careful. If you apply too much of it, it kind of gets out of the waterline. At least for me, it gets out of the waterline, and you have to be. I always try to put like an eyeshadow at the bottom. You have to always be careful with these because they do come out of the waterline for me. So what I try to do is I try to put an eyeshadow at the bottom. So if it does come out of the waterline, it's not too much of a mess. That's like the only downside to these pencils, but they're super pretty and they are super worth the purchase for the price and stuff. And so I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more of that eyeshadow down here so that if it comes out, it doesn't look so bad. I think that's fine. Like that. And then now we're going to do the lips, guys. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the things I like to use. And these are from, I want to say these are from, I think these are Wet n Wild. No, these are from the AOA shop, from the, not the AOA shop, from the Miss A shop. Okay, these are these jumbo lipsticks. So I really like these. I've been doing like this combination, like it's mauve and like a peachy shade with this dark one. And then I still add like one of these to it. This is the ones from NYX. I kind of do like a mix of stuff. So I'm going to see what I do right now. Or maybe add this peachy one. This one's also really pretty. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and start with this dark one. And this is what I normally use for church. So this, I go ahead and, it's like a 90s thing, like a 90s dark shade, kind of like a, you remember that look. For the girls that grew up in the 90s. this is what we would do. We put a dark shade first and then put a light shade in the middle. Okay, so we're going to do that dark one. And then we're going to go ahead and do this mauve shade, and then we'll go with the peachy shade. So we do this. Go with the mauve. Shade. And then just mix them. Like that. Now we're going to go with the peachy shade. You could do this, or you could do like this NYX one. I think the NYX one is brighter. You know what? I'll just do the NYX. But either one would be good. This is just a little bit more like creamy. This is more like a gloss. So, and it's probably a little bit brighter too. And then just mix. And I like to go over just a tiny bit right here. Like that. And then if I really wanted to add some more gloss, I have like one of these. I have like a lip oil from the Miss A shop at the mall. The only thing is if you add it after like all the color, it does mix in there, and then it looks kind of like, right now it looks pretty. It's because it's brand new, and they're super cheap. I like this thing a lot, and I love the way it smells. It smells like strawberries or something. So yeah, that's what that looks like. I think that's it, guys. I think that is my makeup look, but I'm going to go ahead and go over this part right now just because I always like to do that. I went ahead and already trimmed my stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and put all my stuff away. Put it in this little bag, see-through bag, because it's easier to see everything that way when I'm looking for something. And I'm going to go ahead and put all my other stuff in there. The only thing I'm not going to carry so much is probably the two foundations. I might just carry the 122. I know it's just a tiny bit darker, but I don't want to be too light, and then I look a little crazy when I come out in pictures and stuff. So I'm going to carry the 122 with me. That's what I'm going to carry. Okay. So let's see. That looks pretty. Like that. So let me just fix my hair just a little bit, and then I'll come back right now and I will do a little bit of more of the bronzing, just so you guys can see a little bit of a better effect. So I have my brush here, and what I like to do, well, how I do my hair is I usually get the front part like this. It's going to get even more hot in here because I'm going to turn on a blow dryer. So what I do is, probably not the best time to put lip oil because my hair is getting to my mouth. Okay, so what I do is I go like this, okay, and then I grab my blow dryer. That. So it curves it out. And then I'm going to do this side now. So I just do like a few separate like sections. Like that. I'm going to do this side, I'm going to do this side. Then this last section over here. Like that. And then this is what it ends up looking like. It's hot. So now you can see that it's nice and blow dried, and I love the way it sets here. I might have to cut it soon. I'm trying not to because I love the way it falls here. I think it looks really pretty there. Looks like that. So it's growing really, really pretty, guys. It's quite long. It's almost down to my waist. So I'm going to let it grow down to my waist. And I think it's going to look really pretty. So what do you guys think about the makeup look? Does it look pretty? Better than I was, right? Okay, so I am going to use, I still have to do the contouring a little bit more. I'm going to put this one. This is, I think, from Bath & Body. I think my husband and my kids got this one for me. So that's what I'm going to use today. And then I'm going to mix it with this one from Victoria's Secret. This is the Tease one. Looks like this. I like to mix my fragrances. Then my staple, my kids say that this is what I love to wear all the time. My son says that they're like my chola earrings, but it's whatever. You know what? I have my bigger ones. So he can really say something to me. I have my bigger ones. Where are my bigger ones? Where are my bigger ones? My bigger earrings. I haven't worn, look, I could go like that if he wanted to call me chola. I have these earrings that I bought. And I bought them at a thrift store. They were brand new. But I bought them at a thrift store because they said the word baby doll. And my dad used to call me his baby doll. And so I haven't worn them yet since I bought them. But just for kicks, I'm going to show you what they look like. I'm not going to wear them right now, but just so that you guys can see them. They're big and they say baby. And then this one says doll. I probably wouldn't go out with them, but they are super cute and they reminded me of my dad and what he used to call me. So, and I'm not really much of a gold person. You can't really tell that it says baby doll. I really could go out with them, but I'm not much of a gold person. I'm more of a silver person. But if you can see that it really does stand out, even though I have gray hair, like this actually makes me look youthful. See, the makeup, the hair doesn't look so bad. If I I might just keep them. Take a few pictures with my baby doll earrings. Anyway, so I don't have any other jewelry to put on. I think that's more than enough. I think that's like in people's faces. So I might just keep them. They are kind of heavy. If I get tired of them, I'll just go ahead and put on my silver ones. It's not a big deal. I usually always carry like 1 or 2 pairs in my purse because they're like 2 different styles. They're still silver and I have some here too. I always buy them. So these are the ones I always have. I have some here and I have like 2 pairs in my purse. But like I said, I hardly ever wear gold, but I do have these. I have some other gold ones that we got at the outlets like a long time ago, but I don't like the way that they have this thing right here, but it kind of just falls. It's like that. I don't know how to explain it. They kind of have to go into the hole. I don't like that. I like them just to snap. And so that's why I hardly ever wear those. But yeah, that is my makeup look. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I hope you guys like it. I'm going to try not to dwell on a lot of the things people say or people do online. It's really hard. Try to put a lot of positive things out there. But yeah, I was struggling there for a while. It was a lot of stress and a lot of overthinking and a lot of, yeah. So I've been working a lot on my mental health, emotional health, and so I think that's why you guys see me a little bit happier and not really caring about anything. So it really does help to stretch, to eat good, to focus on things that bring you joy, and just letting people do whatever the heck they want, not really paying attention to what they say or do or whatever. If you have to disable comments, disable comments. I've had to disable comments too, or like numbers and stuff like that, because that stuff kind of gets to your head and stuff. At least for me, it was. I think I overdid it a lot with something that I had going on. And I think ever since I took a step back and kind of just started focusing on me and my family and just kind of taking care of me, I think that's what God wanted me to do. He wanted me to just, focus on me and taking care of me and my family and stuff. And so I'm in a very better place, and I'm so happy. I'm so much happier than I was. And so, yeah, but it's taken a while. But yeah. And in the process, my hair grew. So you guys get to see my hair longer now, and you guys get to see me, happier on here. So hopefully you guys enjoy that part. I'm going to try to smile more and try to come back more. I don't know. I just kind of got like a little kick, and I was like, I'm going to do a makeup video. And then I was like, I wanted to like start overthinking it, but then I was like, no, I'm going to get in the restroom and do the video like I used to when I was like younger, when I was like living somewhere else. And I said, you know what? I'm going to decorate the background. And so I started doing that. Just took the pictures down, moved stuff around. You guys know I'm trying to move and style stuff. And so everything's just like real. I think a lot of the getting rid of things and just changing things is also very, very healing. And so we're going to try this setup, and hopefully you guys like it. I think it's a cute little background, and it makes me happy. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the makeup look. I'm going to go ahead and take you guys to the window so you guys can see, and hopefully I don't look like a huge mess. Let me look at myself first. Hold on. Because I still struggle with my eyesight, guys. And so I always have to use that magnified mirror, but I don't want to have it like right up in your face. So let's go over here and see if you guys can see it in a different lighting. So there's this lighting, which is my bedroom lighting. You guys can see it there, which I still haven't touched up. Hold on. I need to touch up before I show you. Hold on. I said I was going to touch up, and I didn't. So let me add a little bit more, just a little bit more blush. Blush does make things better. There. And then a little bit more of that contour, just because I want it to be a little bit different today. With the same brush, it's fine. Either way, if it looks a little bit dark, if I go outside or whatever, I'll just tone it down. I have my sponge of the foundation, so it'll be fine. So let me just brush this out before I go and show you. like this. And then we can go to the window. That's usually where I take my pictures, because the lighting is just so much better. And so what I do is I kind of open up my blinds and the neighbors actually have like a ring, and so I'm like, hopefully they're not like seeing me like take pictures and stuff. But anyway, this is what it looks like. It's just gold, some browns, a little bit of black. My eyebrows are done. My foundation is done. I like my lip combo. I think it looks really pretty. And I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. And I wish the weather was better. I wish that there was a little bit of sun. But still pretty. Still grateful for today. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll take a few pictures and I'm going to post them. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.